Kurt, you know it's always heartbreaking to see people lose their homes and their livelihood, but if you might let me start with the good news is what we're hearing here, boots to the ground, is that the folks who lived in these buildings all got out safely. That's the word so far. This is the intersection inside Friendly Village where that shooting happened. All that's left behind are these covered up bullet holes alongside this house, as well as police investigation markings as the search for the second suspect continues. This dumpster may say trash only, but last night in below freezing temperatures, a small dog was left here for dead. That their maintenance staff also non-existent. As we stand out here, there's garbage flying around us. I'm going to ask my photog James Crow to walk with me just a bit so you can take a look at the scene. It's still active out here. Park, right? The good news is it looks like the water is starting to recede just a little bit. I'm going to have Paul just walk towards me just a bit here. I'm going to take a very tiny walk into this water. I'm going to go about ankle deep. We're still talking about knee deep water out here.
They were shooting at each other. There was a lot of gunfire that was heard.
It's still unclear what led to the shooting that left the suspect dead and a police officer injured. But there's a lot of speculation this evening.
We don't know if it was a robbery gone bad or he got stopped and it was a pursuit.
According to the Attorney General's office, the shooting happened just before 1 o'clock this afternoon. The police officer was shot and injured, and the suspect was shot and he died during or shortly after the encounter. Residents who live in the area telling us the officer was shot in the leg. All of this happening in the middle of the day.
We found out that there was a suspect running through the neighborhood. There was a lot of cops running around. I called the principal, and the principal tried to delay the school bus from getting dropped off.
Thank God the kids weren't home. Most people were at work, just having guns, being shot in a little neighborhood like this.
Tonight, police organizations and departments from neighboring communities posting their support for their fellow officer to social media.
Scared. I called my husband. Okay, what happened? He went outside. I know, it was just scary.
Scary is just one of the words neighbors use to describe the scene many of them woke up to this morning.
Well, my husband and I were getting ready to go to church, and all of a sudden we saw police cars and ambulance, and they blocked off both sides so we couldn't get out. So it's such a quiet street, we knew something was wrong.
Something was indeed wrong. Police got the call around 9:30 this morning about a shooting on Chatham Place. According to Linden PD, they found 2 adult victims here at the scene dead, as well as 1 teenage child. There was a second teenage child found at the scene. Police say the boy was in critical condition. He was taken to University Hospital where he later died. We talked with neighbors, and they've never known there to be trouble in the home, and they're shocked that this happened. And other neighbors say that they've had to call police in the past because they heard what sounded like gunshots.
I would have never thought in 100 years. I was very shocked that this happened.
We've heard that kind of noise quite a bit. And somebody said that he would go out in the yard and shoot off his gun in the air.
Several of the neighbors described the woman who lived at 18 Chatham Place as friendly and someone who always said hello while walking their dog, and described the man as quiet but helpful.
Sometimes we need help, and he's helping us. Or with the shovel on the snow, he's helping us too, because it was young people or we are old people.
Here's a look at that fire from earlier today as flames came shooting out of the windows, followed by thick black smoke. 2 multifamily homes and a business on East 18th Street here in Patterson severely damaged by this fire. We're told the 2-alarm blaze started sometime before 11 o'clock this morning. Joel Susanna was asleep when his father burst into his room to get him and the rest of his family out.
You see smoke pouring in, and then his side of the room was like completely on fire. It's just gone.
Tonight, the fire is contained and the investigation into what caused it continues. Tenants who fled the flames say they think it started on the backside of the building.
Like there was smoke coming from the porch into our window, and then the top side of my dad's room caught on fire, and that's where we keep all our documents and stuff. So everyone from my side of the family's fine. My mom was at home. My dad's the one who woke us up.
I'm scared. That's right. I'm scared.
Maria Ortiz describes the scary moments this afternoon inside Golden Pizzeria, where she works.
He fire inside the pizzeria. That's it. Guys in the floor, she taking for the gun. I don't know. But no, I see you. But you see only see boom. That's it.
According to Maria, before gunfire erupted, there was a fight inside the pizzeria, a popular hangout for students after school. The pizzeria is just a block away from Westside High School. Right now, it's unclear if the teens were students there, but what we know so far from police is that the call came in just before 3 o'clock this afternoon of a shooting at South 11th Street and South Orange Avenue. Responding officers found a 15-year-old boy and a 14-year-old girl shot.
Everybody has kids out here. Our kids got to grow up. How can our kids grow up if they're getting shot like this?
Many concerned today about ongoing gun violence. Just days ago, and 8 blocks from Golden Pizzeria, an imam was shot outside of his mosque.
This is going crazy. Like, people they just don't care no more.
This is the worst it's been. We didn't expect it to be like this.
Deborah Goggins has lived in this house in Fairfield for over 40 years, and she's used to the severe flooding with the Passaic River right in her backyard. In 2008, her home was raised, and she says she hasn't had an issue with flooding until last month when heavy rain fell and the river crested higher than usual.
I was just hoping it didn't get to the point where we get in the house, so we didn't leave. We were here the entire time, so it was just a matter of watching for the water.
Unfortunately, Deborah's home, like many others, wasn't spared, and now she's left cleaning up and dealing with insurance claims. And with an impending storm, people in this community are hoping for snow instead of more rain like they saw just weeks ago.
Once it went down on the 23rd, then it rained again Wednesday and Thursday, and it came back up. So it's like when you started to clean up, it's like you're starting all over from scratch again.
Here on Camp Lane, where Deborah lives, some of the properties are now part of the Green Acres program because it's a flood-prone area. Bulk pickup starts tomorrow. This is in addition to the normal bulk pickup days, and that's all to help folks clear out items damaged by the floods.
This building has been basically going down the tube since we've been here.
And that's been the sentiment from many of the tenants who've lived here from anywhere between 5 to 20 years. And tonight, they gathered in the building's lobby to voice their issues with the upkeep of their building.
Everybody raise your hand.
And those issues range from piled up garbage to no heat or hot water.
I don't think I should come home with paying rent. Heat, hot water is included in my rent. I should have it. And sometimes I come home, I don't have it. And it's been cold outside.
I've gotten flood problems in my apartment. I have no heat in my living room. It's been like going on for about 3 years now.
Some of the tenants living at Prospect Towers condominium own their units and pay a maintenance fee, and others rent their unit through Royal Property Management Group. Tonight, they're blaming their landlord for a possible looming threat from PSE&G to shut off services next week for non-payment. In a statement, PSE&G said in part, "We posted a notice at the property so residents are aware of the situation. If the account owner landlord doesn't resolve their bill, they're at risk of having their utility service disconnected on March 16th or later."
We got elderly people, we got babies in this building. It's still cold outside. Why are we going through this, especially since we pay our rent?
PSE&G also said they offer special payment plans. March 16th is the end of the winter termination period that has protection around shutting off customers during cold winter months. Tenants say between what they pay in rent and maintenance fees, their building should be in better shape.
The health department and in tandem with the property maintenance department and the rent leveling department are not making sure that these services are given to these people, are supplied to these people. These are part of the amenities and services that is recorded to the rent leveling board in their financial operating formula.
As a woman who lives in New Jersey, how does it make you feel to hear those numbers?
It's very scary.
Tahira Thomas is a mom of 3, raising her children in Newark's South Ward. By her second pregnancy, she learned about New Jersey's maternal health disparities and preventative care for moms like having a doula. However, because of the pandemic, she opted out of the virtual option. For her 3rd pregnancy, she wanted to ensure a safe outcome.
And there's no book to say, like, we're going to have an excellent pregnancy. It's going to, so it's tough. So when you succeed and you come out, you're like, well, I did it, right? So it's definitely like an accomplishment.
Now, according to the New Jersey Department of Health, Black women are 7 times more likely to die from childbirth complications than white women. And Black babies are 3 times more likely to die in their first year of life compared to white babies.
I'm a Black birthing person, 8 months pregnant right now. It's really scary to think about. You might go into the hospital and not come out with your baby, or you might not come out yourself. So Southward Healthy Beginnings is here to introduce evidence-based solutions and interventions so that we can increase those healthy birth outcomes.
The program offers community health workers who track new moms and their babies up to the age of 5 and ensure their safety. and doulas support birthing people pre and postpartum. South Ward Healthy Beginnings says the proof is in the numbers.
What we have found out is that once a doula is brought in, the number of cesareans have lowered. The number of episiotomies have lowered, which then allows the mom to actually have full autonomy over her own body.
In January of 2021, First Lady Tammy Murphy launched the Nurture New Jersey Maternal and Infant Health Strategic Plan. The plan aims to reduce New Jersey's maternal mortality by 50% over 5 years and eliminate racial disparities in birth outcomes.
It's very important that you have a support system, and you're gonna need the help, regardless if you're paying for it or not. And thank God that we have these programs now that are free to the community. It takes a village.